Hi, Steve and Caleb with Brownells here, and we have another edition of Smyth Busters. Caleb, what are we looking at?
Well, here today we have the myth that you should always dimple your gas block set screws.
Oh, I get a lot of calls on that.
Yeah, so for those of you who aren't familiar, the dimple is that mark that's on the opposite side of the gas port on your barrel.
Which adds an extra measure of security for your set screws to keep them from wandering, letting your gas block wander back and forth, side to side.
Exactly, and it helps you whenever you're putting on your gas block to line it up easy because it can only go on one way in one spot.
Right.
Which is very convenient. Now, I would argue that you don't have to do that because a lot of your gas block set screws are cupped.
They're cup tips and they actually dig into the metal on your barrel.
Yep, like this one here. You can see where the gas block set screws actually dug into the metal and grabbed onto it.
Right. Oh, wait. I hear someone saying, but won't that mar my barrel finish?
It's under the
You're willing to drill a dimple in it. What's the difference?
Yeah, exactly. That's no big deal. But if you are looking to dimple your barrel to add that extra measure, I'm definitely not against it. I actually am, me personally, I advocate for pinning the gas block to the barrel. That's the most secure way you can do it, period.
Sure.
So the dimple itself is that one dimple mark right there, and it's on the direct other side of the gas port. Now, this one has one dimple, this one has no dimples, and this one here has two dimples. I would argue that one dimple is actually better than two.
How come?
Well, the reason being is because different gas block manufacturers space out their screws differently. So this is only going to work with one setup of gas block. The one dimple is going to work with any gas block.
So everybody puts that number one hole in the same spot?
It goes in the same spot because whenever they drill that hole by the shoulder, that's the same hole they use to drill the gas port.
Makes sense.
So,
good to know.
Yep, so that hole's always in the same spot. The one dimple is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, I never knew that was that same distance, but yeah, it makes perfect sense because you have to drill the gas port hole through that same hole. Nice. Very convenient. Makes it easy. Most of my ARs are not dimpled. None of them come apart so far, but...
Yeah, and you know, I would say if you want that extra measure, go for it, but it's not required.
Right.
In most cases, for most common use, the gas block is going to hold up just fine without the dimple if you're using a quality gas block with those cup tip hardened screws.
One place where it is convenient is like for an agency or something, has a lot of firearms to go through, rebarrel, change things out, whatever. You know that gas block's going to go in the same place when you hit those holes.
Yep, so yeah, and that's another plus to it. So there's definitely some advantages of doing it that way, but I would say as far as it being required, that's busted. Right,
yeah, you can do it either way and it'll still be secure. Well, that was another one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time with another edition of Smyth Busters.